Hey, you guys. Okay, so I was gonna plan on going live in the group, but since it's a Sunday that you guys are gonna be seeing this video, I decided I would just record it ahead of time, and then that way I don't have to worry about it on Sunday because it's a family day. So, here's the thing. I want to talk to you guys today a little bit about some travel tips. Now, I'm going to list them out just kind of because I'm a visual learner and I like to see things, but I'm just going to talk briefly a little bit about some tips for traveling and how to maintain your routine when you're traveling, mostly because I'm going to be traveling this week. And for me, it's really important that I maintain my routine. Maybe not like to the letter 120%, but I at least am showing up for some kind of a workout and making sure that I'm putting good things into my body because I feel better when I'm traveling when I do things like that. So here's my top tips. Really planning ahead is as simple as just looking at what your schedule is going to be like. If you're going to be traveling all day long, then maybe you should plan a rest day into your calendar for the day that you're traveling all day long. That way you don't have to stress about trying to figure out when to fit in a workout in the flurry of, getting out the door. You have it all done. You're just taking a rest day. You're just having that day for yourself. Maybe do some light stretching, anytime you guys stop, or if you're driving. I know driving, I get really muscularly tense. So just plan in, those kinds of things, but just understand it's okay to shift your calendar around for travel. In fact, it's advisable. For, those of you doing Lift 4, you have 3 rest days to work with. So if you want to put all 3 of those rest days for your vacation, be my guest. Enjoy it. Have fun. But if you are like me and you prefer to have some kind of a routine and have some exercise in, while you're even on vacation, then I would suggest just shifting your calendar so that the travel days are rest days and the other days are just days that are minimal or no equipment required. So look ahead for your workouts. Do you need dumbbells? Do you need a resistance band? Are you going to be at a hotel where you could use dumbbells? Are you going to be at someone's house where they have kind of exercise equipment that you could borrow? If not, then swap those days that you don't need equipment for the days that you do. Swap the days you do need equipment for the days you don't need equipment. So the days that you're traveling, you could just do HIIT workouts, or you could just do yoga and Pilates. You could just do some non-equipment based workouts. If you're having trouble figuring out a good substitution, just kind of look through, and you basically, when you look at the workout itself, it'll have in the description equipment needed, none. Look for those kinds of workouts. Insanity, all of them, T25, all of them have no equipment needed. So just know that there's options you can swap out, even if they're not necessarily within your actual workout calendar. But most of the workouts, all of the 21-day fix, all of the Lift 4 workouts, pretty much all of the fitness calendars that do use equipment, they have 2 or 3 days a week where you don't need equipment. So you can swap those days out and you can just shift things around in the calendar. Just cross it out, scribble in what you're doing instead, and put the other one in a different day. I do that all the time. It's totally fine. Okay, so third thing, plan for time zone shifts. If you're traveling somewhere where there's a 3 to 8 hour time difference, which is pretty much anywhere in the United States, or if you're going across seas, plan for your time difference first off, because you're gonna go into the day thinking you have more time than you do, and if you're going ahead 3 hours, then you might end up with way more time in the day, and if you're going behind 3 hours, you might end up with less time in the day. You might get there later than you think for food, and so if you're planning ahead for when you need to eat, if you know, like me, I'm pregnant right now, and so if you know that you're someone who needs to eat frequently so that you don't feel yucky, then plan ahead based on those time zone shifts for when you need to eat. Have snacks ahead, planned ahead or packed ahead. You can bring beach bars are a great thing to bring on trips. Let's see, what else is a really good thing to bring on trips? Obviously, Shakeology in the packets can be a really good meal because, guys, airport food, traveling food, it can be really expensive. So if you plan ahead for things like fresh veggies in a lunchbox or some fresh fruit, even if you're doing airport travel, most of the time you can get away with something. I think with airports it has to be prepackaged, but there's so many prepackaged options out there, guys. Just look for your options. If you need those kinds of things, or if you're not willing to pay for them at the airport or on the go, then look for those options before you go. So planning ahead for time zones and just planning ahead for the food that you're going to need to eat the day that you're traveling. Okay, so number 4 is look ahead at your destination and look for the places that you could go to eat. I mean, if you're going somewhere and you're on vacation, let's just throw this out there. Let's just say you're going to Disneyland. Of course, you want to go and you want to enjoy some of the yummy foods. You want to enjoy some of the things that you can eat at Disneyland and all those fun things. But if you're planning ahead for other things, like other meals, then you can also know what's available around there. I prefer places like Chipotle, Cafe Rio, Cafe Zupas, places that prepare their food fresh ahead of time. And so if you search like in the vicinity of where you're going to be staying, just search for like fresh grocers, because you can get fresh food or like fresh prepared like wraps and salads, things that are just already prepared and packaged and ready to go. But you can also find places to eat out that are going to be healthier or that have healthier options. So, you know, maybe pick a couple places that are more indulgent and then pick the rest of them based on how affordable their fresh food is, because fresh food and lots of veggies, lots of fiber, it's really important even when you're traveling. Okay, making the best choices for my body, like when I'm traveling, is honestly, it's the best thing that I've ever done. Making sure that I'm getting enough water and planning to have my water bottle with me. All of those different things, they play into how you're going to feel while you're on this vacation or on this trip. And if you want to feel your best, then you need to be doing the things that help you to feel your best. That's the bottom line. It doesn't mean that you're not enjoying yourself. If anything, I say you're going to be enjoying yourself more, because you're going to be in your routine, you're going to be feeling good, and then you can just go and enjoy the rest of whatever it is you have planned. So the last tip that I have is for those of you who have the To Be Mindset videos. If you don't, you're welcome to talk to your coach. We can help you get those. But Alana has like three or four special videos about like getting takeout food and how to order healthily through there. Eating out, like what kinds of things to look for on the menus. Video 19, I believe, is on social events and parties. Like, how can you maintain good eating habits when you're at a social event or at a party? And then the last one, of course, is on traveling and vacations. And she talks about just her different tips for things, but she also just tells you, like, guys, it's okay to indulge and to have some fun and, you know, those kinds of things. Just know that you're the one in control of the wheel, and you have to be willing to take the wheel back as soon as you get back. Because if you go out of control and you just completely go out of your routine, it's a lot harder to get back on the wheel, so to speak. So I hope this was helpful. Would love to hear some of your guys' ideas, anything that helps you guys. But thanks for checking in. Hope you have a great day.